What's up? It's Coach Harvey coming at you from the old home office. It's up bright and early this morning, so I figured I'd go ahead and record this video for the Desmos since today's a snow day. Crazy. So anyway, I've got this data that you've been dealing with. So by now, you've got a line of best fit, and what you just saw was something called a regression line. This is this black dashed line, and a regression line is the line of best fit. And what you'll notice is here is the equation for that line. Now, that would be really, really hard to come up with on your own. So I'm going to show you how to do that because it turns out it's really, really easy. Desmos will do all your work for you. What you need to remember are two things. Number one, this is the form that our y equals comes in. It says y equals mx plus b, where m is our slope and b is our y-intercept. So we're basically going to retype this. We're going to make some little changes to it. And one of the changes we're going to make is going to be, if you notice, here's the data. This is the data in a table. This is the same data you've been dealing with. It says x sub 1 and y sub 1. So we're actually going to use y sub 1 and x sub 1 right here. So we're going to rewrite that. I'm going to make one other small change. I'll show you what that is. So here's how we're going to type it. We're going to write y 1. I don't have to type anything else to get it to go down in the bottom. It just does it on its own. Now we're going to use the tilde sign instead of an equal sign. And what that does is it tells Desmos, hey, I need you to calculate something. So if you look to the left side of your keyboard, right above the tab and right to the left of 1, there's a button that'll give you that symbol. But if you hold shift, it'll give you this symbol, a little squiggly line. That's called a tilde. And like I said, it tells Desmos to calculate something for us. So we're going to do y1 tilde, m for slope, x1, remember this is x1, plus b. And so what it did is it put this blue line in here. This is the same line as your black dashed one. And it also gives you a bunch of information over here. So some of the information it gives you is, number one, it gives you these R values. We may talk about that later, but the R values basically tell you how strong or weak that your data is. Then it gives you your parameters. And the parameters are your slope and your y-intercept. So what you'll notice is it says the slope is 7.003 and the y-intercept is 10,039.4. So if I go and type that in here, and you'll have to round some of this, so you can't, because some of these numbers will get really, really big. And if you round, you'll see, so I just put this green line over top of my old blue one, right? You'll see you can't really tell the difference even with the rounding. 9 times out of 10, you won't be able to tell the difference. So this is our line, and this is our regression line. So what you need to be able to do is you need to be able to type this in on your own, and then you need to be able to read this slope and y-intercept and make it look like this. So when I ask for a regression line, this is the answer that I'm looking for. I'm looking for this y equals, and you're going to fill in the slope and y-intercept that Desmos calculates for you. Okay. Now, one of the things I do want to caution you about is if you're doing a lot of work on Desmos, let's say you just finished this problem, you're ready to go to the next one, and you make a table. What you'll notice is that now this is called x2, y2 instead of x1, y1. So instead of writing a 1, you might have to write a 2 for your second problem, or you can go back in and you can actually change that number back to a 1. I wouldn't have 2 tables up at once ever. I think that'll help you avoid that. But sometimes Desmos still will put it in there for some reason. So you just have to pay attention to what the numbers are next to your x and y, and just make sure that matches the regression calculation you're asking for. So this is how you create a regression line. You type this in. When you get the question, what is the regression line? You type in y equals, and you fill in your slopes, your y-intercept. Okay. So what you're about to do now, okay, is you're about to go back over here. You're going to have a new set of data, and you're going to type that in. And then it's going to ask you about what was your regression line. Can you type that in? And then can you interpret your slope and y-intercept? So that's where you're going to work from for now. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to meet with you. But otherwise, you should be good to go. All right. You guys have a great day.